Hey there YouTube, this is Jay. I'm giving you guys my Fire Fist deck profile. I haven't done one of these in so long. Fire Fist to me, like, they've been so dead, but like in a competitive sense, but they are possibly one of the best low, like I shouldn't say lower tier because they're definitely not like a low tier deck. They're one of the older decks that did so well, died off, but still make a good splash. Same with Bujins. Bujins to me, like, you don't see them too often, but when you do, sometimes they can do some really silly shit. Anyways, let's get started. Let's go for 2 spirits. Spirit going up to 3 was freaking amazing. Having 2 spirits in the deck helps with a lot of consistency issues. Even if someone were to summon my spirit or even try to torrential compulse, whatever, I still have another one for backup, and it's just amazing. 2 Rooster. Rooster is like such a clutch card. You can trade off one of your dead fire formations, and you also get special summon by Rooster's effect or some other monster, Beast Warrior monster effect. And to round it all off, triple Leopard. Leopard to me, like, this is like the best card of the 3-axis engine, because this is what you can pop off to the 3-axis engine, or even pop, or just give you super plus in the 4-axis engine. Either way, it's just ridiculously done good. Triple Wolfbark. Wolfbark at one point was like, I want to say it was at 1. I can't quite remember. Yeah, it was definitely at 1. It was completely unfair how it just gave you, because it wasn't. You can only summon a monster from graveyard with this effect once per turn, but you could just keep on doing it every turn. And I remember at one point that I saw a guy actually just sit on one and just constantly bring back Bear, bring back Gorilla, bring back everything else, even other Wolfbarks. Triple Bear, because open a tanky into a bear and going for a direct attack or some kind of battle damage is really ridiculously dumb, and it's pretty much the cornerstone of the 4-axis engine. 2 Gorilla. You can actually take off 1 Gorilla for another card such as Dragon, or if you want to go for some other weird quirky plays, you could also go for I want to say Buffalo, or yeah, Buffalo, especially with Gravekeeper matches, which back in the day when Gravekeepers were a thing, I actually did do that on that side deck. And to round all off, 2 Swallows. Now Swallow, okay, make the jokes, go ahead. Swallow is to me is one of the best cards in this deck too, because when you summon, you cannot target any of my Fire Fist monsters for any card effects at all. So cards such as Compulse, cards such as Lance was a big thing back in the day. Just a lot of things that just if you try to kill me by targeting, you're just not gonna do it. And nowadays targeting is actually not the big video anymore. It's a lot about field wiping with the double Dark Hole and Raigeki, but still you can special summon them by get rid of 3 fire formations on your side of the field, or you can just tribute to normal summon, which of course Tensu is really dumb, and of course Rooster can search for him, and I just love that play. For the spells, triple Tenki, pretty standard, like one of the best features in the game, because it's actually pretty versatile. Fire Fist, Bujins, Yosenjus. There's so many decks have been able to run this card. I mean, Cosmo Blazer was just it was actually a very remarkable set, and we just didn't really understand that until it was pretty much too late. Triple Gyoko, just basically for back row. You can actually get take a Gyoko out for other tech cards if you want to do like a Raigeki or however. But yet again, I like the 3. Consistency. Double Tensu. Yet again, you can actually trade out a Gyoko for Tensu for that side deck, because if your opponent likes to kill your Tensus and likes to stop your summonings, you're gonna need triple Tensu. I mean, of course, if they also love to hit back row, that'd be another reason. Triple Lance. I freaking love Lance. Lance is by far one of the best spell cards in the game to ever exist, and a lot of people have actually been making it kind of underrated lately. One thing, you can target your monster and protect it from card effects or however, just unaffected, Raigeki, Dark Hole, Air Force, whatever. Another thing is you can actually also target your opponent. So when your opponent, if you attack into your opponent and try to bluff them out or however, you can actually just Lance from the hand during damage step or even on your side of the field, and you can just topple over. Lance with Bear is just ridiculously strong. I used to love that opening Tenki and Lance. I had plays every time, just every time. And last but not least, Transmodify. Now Transmodify is a weird card for this deck. Most people actually loved it for Synchros back in the day, but it's kind of it's a good card, but it's not great for Synchros in my opinion. If you're going to card decks just like Fire Fist, such that they have multi-level but they have all the same type and attribute, this is a perfect card for. I can turn my Dead Spirit or Rooster into a Bear, Gorilla, however, Wolfbark even, and of course Wolfbark and all my 4s into Swallow. and I still get the effect of searching for Tenzin and so forth. You could dump this down to 2, especially if it's clogging up a lot. For me, I never had that issue of clogging. Another play when your rooster is actually dead, when you actually, because after you already use your Tenzin normal summon, you can modify your rooster into a bear or a wolf bark. Probably a wolf bark would probably be the best one to get some extra summonings, especially for Tiger King plays. But to me, this is such an indispensable card for the deck. If you guys if you guys actually have any issues with it, please put a comment down below. If you guys have any, say, oh no, it clogged up too much or however, please tell me. For the traps, triple Tenzin. I don't understand why people, top tier Fire decks, Fire Fist decks, not just Fire decks, Fire Fist decks, they hated this card. And I understand why, because they wanted to go for more speed and whatever, which my build has always been about being very much my aggressive build, but having the ability just to set a trap straight from deck that gives you 1,000 attack, that's really strong, especially when you can actually use Rooster's effect to cycle it out if you just want to get rid of it, for Bear's effect to pop a monster, Gorilla's effect to pop a spell, so on and so forth, and Swallow searches it as soon as it's summoned. And I've had plays that I've done a first turn Swallow, they attack me, I have a 3,000 beat stick right there. Triple Breakthrough, I love Breakthrough, and of course triple Storming Mirror Force. Alright, for the extra deck, I play the 1 Wind Up and the 1 Lion Emperor. For the longest time, I did not care for Lion Emperor. He just seemed really slow and clunky, and if I had the play, I could go for it. But late game, his recycling ability is really dumb strong. And a 22 beat stick as a base stat with all the stuff on field, such as the Tinky, Tensu, Tenzin, he could quickly get up there to the 3k range. For my rank 4s, Cowboy, Abyss Dweller, Diagreaser Emerald, Castell, 101. Yeah, pretty standard. 1 Cardinal, and I know, I used to say, no, you have to run 2, because if they negate it, it's too dumb. 2 Tiger Kings, 3 Tiger Kings is actually pretty good. At one point I was actually playtesting with 2 Tiger Kings and 1 Bujunte Kagasuchi. I didn't really like the mill, but yet again, it was one of those things that I just kind of noticed I don't really need 3. If I bring out 2, either it's game for me or game for him. It's just one or the other. There's no real reason to run a 3rd. For the Synchros, 1 Vulcan the Divine, 1 Blue Silvis, 2 Horse Prince, and last but not, Kieran. Anyways guys, if you like what you see, please comment, like, subscribe. Down below will be the Dual Show Facebook page, me on Twitter, me on Patreon, if you guys would like to check that out. Also, if you guys would like to hit those ads, that'd be great. So anyways guys, if you would like to please comment, like, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.